Hi, it's July 26th, day 33 of my hike. I took kind of a close to zero or a Nero yesterday. Kind of a rough couple of days. Not necessarily bad, just really tough. Day before yesterday, I tried to slack pack, which is probably maybe a new term for some of you. That's where you don't take your full backpack. You just take the stuff you need for a day hike and then get taken to the trailhead, hike that section, and then back to the place where you're staying. Um, and I attempted to do 21 miles of, which included all of the uh, Wildcat Mountains and the Carter Mountains, and then one other range in one day. And so started at 8 in the morning from the same place that I started this morning, except I was going northbound to cover that section that I hadn't done yet. And I hiked from 8 in the morning until midnight. And at midnight, I finally came across a shelter. I didn't have any of my regular gear, none of my sleeping stuff with me, but I was so tired. And if I'd have gone another 2 to 3 hours to the parking lot, it would have been 2 or 3 in the morning, and there wouldn't have been anybody to take me back to the hostel. So I just had my rain jacket and curled up under my rain jacket and spent the night doing that. It wasn't very fun. Slept from midnight till about 5 in the morning when the daylight came. I hiked from 9 that night to midnight with my headlamp. I was afraid it was going to run out of juice, but it didn't. And so that's why I went ahead and stopped. Plus, I was just dead tired after 16 hours of hiking, pretty much nonstop. And then as the day progressed, yesterday I went back to got a ride back to the hostel at 6:30 and kind of relaxed yesterday, tried to catch up. But I'm back at it today. I'm going to plan on doing Mount Madison, which is from the north going south, the first of the presidential range of the White Mountains. And the interesting thing for me about the White Mountains is that a lot of hikers, most of the hikers even, say that that's the hardest part of the Appalachian Trail. But the good news is I've been hiking now for 33 days and I've gotten a lot stronger. My legs and my stamina and all of that. So I'm not afraid, not worried, not dreading. But at the same time, I am also looking forward to being in about 4 or 5 days from now, the other side of the White Mountains, where everybody promises the trail gets better. This is a pretty good uphill, not too bad, with a lot of rocks on it, but it makes it a little hard to hold the camera and talk at the same time without breathing hard. I'll bring you along more today than I have in the last few days. That slack pack day, I didn't take any video because honestly, I was worried and didn't just want to be just negative on here. I just really want to share the beauty of God's creation and the process. To be honest with you, I want to share the good and the bad, but if it sounds like it's all bad, then I wouldn't blame any of you for not wanting to watch it. I would ask that, like I do in some of the videos, please hit that little thumbs up button. It does a couple of things. One, it encourages me to be honest with you, and then the other thing is for YouTube, it helps them to see that if people like this video, that they'll suggest it to other people in their YouTube feed. And I appreciate all of you watching. I appreciate you subscribing. Please do that if you hadn't. The good news is it doesn't cost you anything. And if you want to, you can click the little bell icon and it will let you know when I post another video. Talk to you in a minute. Sometimes you're just hiking along and something too beautiful to pass up is in front of you. I don't know what it is about the little waterfalls, but whether it's the sound or the way they look, and then the stream and super clear water, knowing it's cold and refreshing. And we come to the first suspension bridge? I'm not sure what you call it. And it goes over this river, and you're gonna see a pretty cool waterfall in a second. Whoa, it's bouncy. I don't know if you can feel it or not, see it or not. Kind of looks cool. Then you turn and you see this. Makes that last waterfall that was nice, pretty small. It goes down. We go across, we can see the river. It goes downstream. More white water. Bouncy. The crazy thing is, I'm about to start this ascent up Mount Madison in a few minutes. I expect that's going to be kind of tough. So I'm near the top of Madison, not quite there yet, but walking along this ridge, you look down one side into a huge valley, swing back around the other way, then the other side into a huge valley. It's pretty interesting. Kind of feel like I'm on top of it. Oh my goodness, I'm in the middle of climbing, well actually to about the last quarter of climbing Madison Peak. You can see just where it peaks above the tree line, and then up the trail. Let's see if I can turn around without falling down. And then it goes up and up and up and up. If you look real close, you can see a white blaze on rock up there. Tells you where we're headed. That's only about 1,000 feet and about a mile. Okay, so I came all the way up there where those hikers are, and then I still have to cross this little notch or in between and go all the way up there where those hikers are, and that'll be the first president in the presidential series that I will have accomplished. Madison, I'll try to remember to bring you along when I get up there. There's another cairn or stack of rocks that signify the trail, and as we go up you can see further. There's nothing actually here that resembles a trail. It's just a huge, massive rock field over mountains that somebody's kind of designed a path through, and you just step from rock to rock. It's pretty rough and a little bit interesting. My feet, those flaming things are called gaiters, and they just attach over your shoes to keep the dirt and rocks and junk out. Plus they help keep your shoes tied. Every once in a while I'll throw in a little nugget like that. A couple of hours into day 34, I think, and climbing up from the gap between Madison and I think Adams, I'm not sure. There's a cairn, a pile of rocks that gives you a direction. In this particular area, they put a white rock on top to indicate that it's the AT. And then on up and on around, all the way into the clouds. Perspectives are an interesting thing. That's just what I hiked across. But you can't tell that I've gone up probably 400 or 500 feet, at least since the bottom of that.